just give yourself a chance to see things in a bigger picture and see what the overall trend is trying to tell you and is trying to show you that there is definitely a bearish possibility. And as we're now seeing Bitcoin now down 1.16% and moving here in the daily, I'm going to show you. And I forget when exactly I actually made this, and this was just me just messing around with, the tools for Trading View. By the way, not sponsored, but just using the tools, and just having fun with bars patterns. So I'm here literally. You're going here to these settings, bars patterns. You take a certain point here and come there, and then you make a copy of that pattern, and then you just line it up here, or you can literally just like mirror it like that and bring it down to kind of give you that the bearish side of things. So um I was like, all right, let me have fun with this, and then I'll just do this, and who knows, maybe it'll actually follow the bars pattern and track with it, and see if it trends up, and the possibility of Bitcoin actually reaching 100,000, like a lot of people were saying in articles and things like that back a few months ago. But now everything's changed because I flipped it, kind of made it into a bearish pattern, and for some reason, this thing is looking quite bearish and following the trend. Now I know it's not as accurate and it's not on point, like on the dot or whatever, but it still defeats the purpose that this is actually taking the similar trend and it's actually going in a bearish divergence. And not only that, but as you can see, um, you got the 7-day simple moving average just about to cross under the 200-day, and the current daily candle here rejected the 200-day simple moving average, only to show us that it's trying to turn back around. And it so happens that what if it decides to fall into a downward channel, or maybe a bear flag, because that is definitely the possibility. And so what I also did was I drew an extension of what would happen when that occurs. And of course, when they both death cross over the 200 days simple moving average, you already know that's even more bearish. So that would only lead me to believe um, that we would have more downside potential, and on top of that, it would continue to follow this bars pattern, not only up to down to 50K, but oh my god, I'm just imagining if it actually like to the T followed this, and then we end up in like a week or two back to 40K, and depending on whatever situation whatever situation happening in the market, or any type of news events or whatever, if it happens, holy crap, like I just literally, I'm calling something that was just pretty much my prediction, just being hypothetical here. So with that being said, we're looking at the smaller time frames, and you can see here like we've been already crossed under the 200-day in a death cross, and the trend here on the 7-day has been simply rejecting the 50-day simple moving average many times. We had an attempt here, and I'm pretty sure people were thinking, "Oh, this was the bounce, and I think now we're gonna go back up and yada yada yada." But this thing failed and literally just dumped down throughout the last 24 hours, and now it's you know it's failing to come back up again, and now for the next 4 hours, you would need to fall below the 7 day for more bearish action, and for a continuation to the downside. And that's if, you know, for example, if the 7 day tends to just turn back around and then continue to, the trend afterwards, and then you see Bitcoin just drop to the new low, well, new day low, or I don't know. Whenever it happens, it would reach at around 50K, and see maybe then it'll establish a bottom and then reverse. I mean, who knows? There's so many possibilities, but that's just something that I was just trying to figure out as I was making this, and yeah, and then just going here on the 10-minute chart. Gotta you have so many attempts of this to break out, and then the 7 day simple moving average would just turn back around and reject, and now it's rejecting the 50 day, and now you see the 50-day SMA here now in a slope down, and close close approach to the 200, and another death cross and more downside potential. And it's like, oh, listen, like, I think this could definitely be occurring right now, so that's just my take on it. All right, take this with a grain of salt, of course. It's not financial advice. This is just based on my hypothesis, my prediction, and what I think Bitcoin could do. But then again, like I said, anything is possible. I mean, it could do that, come back down to 50K, and then try to establish a bottom and hit a reversal, or simply just follow this exact bars pattern and continue its sell off all the way to 40,000. So that's just my sentiment. I know a lot of other YouTubers have their opinions and their sentiment. I'm going with mine. You don't have to follow what I'm saying. I'm just giving my thoughts on this. And remember that you're your own decision maker of your own money and your investments, as long as you're, playing it safe, your levels and your risks. As long as you're making money, that's what matters. So, with that being said, thank you for tuning in, hearing me out on this. If you have any opinions, you can always comment down on the section below, and I would like to hear your thoughts too. So, that being said, be easy, enjoy the rest of your weekend, your Sunday, and be prepared for next week. And safe tradings. Line of all trades. Peace out.